Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Project Zomboid, playing as Colonel Kurtz. Trying to, make this desolate wasteland of... It's not really a wasteland, I'm just saying that for dramatic effect, aren't I? I'm trying to make this, overgrown green hell more of a home, I suppose, right? That makes more logical sense. And right where we left off last time, in the pile of corpses, apparently there's more coming. There we go. Yikes, that's all I can say. Right, that should be it, I'm hoping. Now, let's go and see what exactly they were guarding. Okay, fair enough. I don't actually believe that they were consciously guarding this place, but at the same time, the sheer number of infected here that, mind you, keep coming. Okay, that's a lot of crates, not gonna lie. Unless each of them is filled with all the food, weapons, ammo, and tools I ever want, and the one in the middle is, I don't know, has a time machine in it so I can go back to a time before the infection or something, I don't think this was worth the effort. Okay, the first thing I pick up is a propane tank, which is exactly what I wanted. I mean, it's on the list, right? Sledgehammer, welding torch, metal pipe. No, it's not on the list, but I wanted to put it on the list. Okay, fair enough, right? Concrete powder. Empty. Just a load of empty boxes. Box of nails is fine, I suppose. Nothing but ludicrous amounts of empty boxes. That is, well, okay, bucket, fair enough. Or I could also just, hello? Yeah, I understand the buckets of paint. I could just, spill that onto the ground and use the buckets here. Broccoli seeds. Alright, fair enough. I mean, it's alright. It's a couple of things that I wanted, right? Get rid of the bucket from the list, but like, not really. Dunno, I guess I expected a bit more. Not just given how many of the undead I had to kill to get to the place, but no, in general, just for so many crates, I expected a bit more, I guess. Alright. Well, that's a thing. And then I guess I cleared this. I can go down here now. They're still trying to break through, aren't they? Yeah, said I wasn't going to do it, but... Right. Okay, empty watering can. I need that. That constitutes farming equipment. I really need that, actually. And the machete's good too, so I'm just going to drop this kakuri. And get the machete. Okay. Am I not wearing this? I've just been lugging it around here. It's funny. Okay. Get rid of a couple of these things. I really shouldn't be doing this, but on the other hand, I'd have to come back in like 3 or 4 days when they're done banging on the doors, so... I reckon if there were hundreds of them in there, they probably would have broken free by now, yes? NPK fertilizer. Okay, that constitutes farming equipment as well. I'm happy with this. Not too bad. A generator, don't need those, unfortunately. I already have one, but still. Next volume 2 could be pretty useful. I don't know if I already have one, but, you know. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We're definitely getting somewhere. Then, is there anything else I need in terms of farming equipment? I need something to dig the things. Apparently I already have something for that. Okay, yeah, no, I think we're done with farming equipment. You know what? This is a good haul. Not everything I wanted. I'm going to be honest with you, far from it. But I didn't really expect to get everything I ever wanted from just one trip down the road. And so... I'm actually a huge fan of this. You know what? Yeah. This has been good. This has been well worth it. Okay, where am I going to next? Probably up here, and then I'm going to mark... them. Okay, I'm going to mark this off as cleared. And yeah, that over there, I'm going to just have to come back later. That's alright, though. We have 2 more houses up there to check, and then I can go back home. Ooh, okay, is it time for the Second Amendment? Not really. Right. That wasn't too bad. Thought I had the machete out. There you go. Down you go. And this is the house that I was... I'm gonna check on, right? Yeah. Eurodance 92. Or 92 being like the year. From 92. Okay. That could work in an apocalyptic setting, right? Like some Eurodance for you. Get your mood up. Imagine your taste in music would change somewhat. Or it might not. I mean, it depends really on the person, I guess. Depends on what you're listening to. Okay, I'm gonna mark this house as looted too. I have 2 more and then I can go back home. Alright, you know what? Fair. Didn't I walk through this garden semi-recently? Or is it just a similar one? Probably just a similar one, right? Getting a bit sad. Why am I getting sad? I see. So how many of you exactly were in the house again? Ah, they came in from over there and got stuck in the house probably. Right, well okay, that makes a bit more sense. Like I said previously, I'm smarter than that. I'm not just gonna walk in without checking the back and looking through a few more windows. Let's kill it already. Where did you come from? Where? Like there? Both tough too, like... Granted, it would have been worse if it was a feral, but... Still, like... The exact wrong combination. Okay, well, food at least. That's something. Canned peaches, canned potatoes. Speaking of, I'd like to eat that right away. Can I cook them? And yeah, I can like stir fries and stuff with these. Okay, good to know for future reference, I guess. And we can write this house off as useless too. Then I'm going to put a question mark on this one, because... Actually put it right there, because I haven't looted it yet, even though it might look like I did. I haven't been down here either. All right, good, cool, cool. Now I was talking about water supplies previously and how important getting a well is and stuff. I perhaps neglected to mention that, at least according to the map, there is a small lake south of my house. The problem is, water from the well is generally, unless you know, manage to somehow throw a corpse in there, is clean and drinkable. The water from the lake will not be. So I'm going to have to purify it somehow. Bit of a problem. Fortunately for me, I know of a way of doing that. It's not the best, but like I've found, at least in my head, I've thought of an alternative to check. Yeah, I didn't check this house, check this one. Okay, I thought of an alternative to scavenging or foraging for stones for like 30 days and 30 nights. It's not a particularly great alternative, but it exists. Get water manually from the lake and put it in water collectors. Why not use it directly or boil it or something, and I'll explain in a second. Just check. This is completely empty, wow. Yeah, this is completely empty. The reason you don't want to boil it or use it and put it in water collector, or the reason you want to put it in water collectors and not boil it or something else first, is because in water collectors, it gets filtered if you plumb it and link it to something else. So, say you link it to a sink or a bathtub or something, it will get filtered. So you won't need to actually boil the water to sanitize it and make it drinkable. Which is huge, because sanitizing it is a big problem. Well, maybe not that big given how much wood is around, but still need to start a fire, you need to get a stove, you need to get one of those wood fire stoves, which I haven't found yet. Granted, I have an idea where I might be able to find one, but still, like, it's a problem, yeah? However, you can just make filters for it in a sort of roundabout way, and they work. So, yeah. Been thinking about doing just that. We will see, though. Okay, which street am I on exactly? I need to go to the one next. Yeah, the next one over. Okay. And here we go. Right. Made it back home. Could even sprint a bit. And get that fitness up. Make sure I don't trip and fall on something. That'd be funny and tragic at the same time. And here we go, we're home. Lovely. Whew. I can let my hair down now if I had any. But still, you get the overall point. Right. I'm going to put away one of the machetes, keeping this. Cans of empty tin cans of which formerly contained food. I'm a collector of now, so there you go. Did pick up this Glock. and I would very much like to store it there, because it is 9 times 19. This one is 45 ACP, so yeah, I'd like to have both, I guess. It's too cumbersome to be lugging around. Okay, there is more though, isn't there? Yeah, there's regular machetes, billhook machete. I don't need to store them here. I can store them in the melee weapons department. There we go. Yeah, two kukuris, a military machete. These new ones I've just picked up. Really, really nice. And then all the skill books go here. I realize I can do this off camera to not take up much time, but I do this most of the time. I do it off camera. I figured I want to show it now as well. Get that down, and then a whole heap of food that I've collected. There is quite a bit, really, isn't there? Nice. All right. That goes in there. Use speed settings too, so that it's not too bad either way. Then the wine and the sodas go in there. And in here we can put the muffin tray, the mug. Hot sauce goes in here too. And look at that. We can create stir fry from whatever. I will. I'm going to start cooking a lot more, I think. Like soups, stews. Ugh. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay. Now, I also have a few insects in there. I know. I know. It hasn't gotten that bad yet, but collecting insects gives you just a metric ton of experience for some reason. So yeah. And obviously, take off some of the clothing that I'm wearing. Be grand to wash it and then take it off, leave it to dry and stuff like that. Also would be grand to wash myself, first of all, clothing more or less, right? Not saying both aren't equally as important, but yeah. Sort of clothing I can change. My own skin I can't, at least not yet. Okay, so I need some tools. I just need to get rid of a lot of this stuff that I'm carrying. Like the bucket, the propane tank, which I can't fit in there because it's encumbrance 10. Jesus Christ, okay. We'll just put it on the floor then. And then this goes in there, this goes in there. Okay. Couple of things left to sort out. I do find it a little bit entertaining how I keep most of my guns in the kitchen. That's an interesting choice, I would say. You know what would be fun? To get a locker right here for the firearms and ammunition and stuff like that. That would be alright, to get a locker just right there. Like a proper metal locker, you know, so it looks like it has guns in it. Yeah, I think that'd be alright. Another box of ammunition. And then, yeah, I also forgot to put the CDs over here. I actually listened to one of them this evening, probably, or something along those lines. And then the NPK fertilizer and the broccoli seed packet. Let me think for a second. So, technically speaking, I could make a garden here and start planting stuff. The problem is, I don't have water to actually water all my plants. And so, that's making me think that it might not be the greatest idea ever to start the garden right now. Instead, these aren't going anywhere. Keep these here. I have broccoli and potato. Very nutritious foods. That's going to be lovely. We're going to start planting them, harvesting them. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a huge garden and all of that. We're going to do gardening most of our lives. Because that's the only source of... the only reliable, permanent source of food. All of that's lovely. Fine. We just can't water them yet. And so, until I get that ability, I should probably not... Yeah, I should probably not do that. Okay. Question. Do I go down to the lake to grab some water? Not really. I don't really need it right now. And certainly I would need huge quantities of it for irrigation. That's not something I can do. And so, instead, here's what I'm going to do for now. Right now, I'm just going to go down here. And I'm going to make sure that this shack is completely... There's a propane tank right there. It is what it is, right? More metal sheet and a propane tank. You know what? I'll take them. Don't need this. Don't need the lug wrench. Don't need this. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want to get rid of these houses on the map. I want to know that I've looted them completely and that there's nothing in them that I need. Bowl of soup, can't open a soap. Sure, I'll take another soap, who knows. Might be useful. Pasta, definitely useful. Could live off the bloody thing forever. Not nutritionally speaking, just, you know. Oh, that really depends on the source, doesn't it? Metalworking first aid. I need to check these, but yeah, even if it's not... Even if I have duplicates of them, I'll eventually use them to start fires. So, yeah, I know, burning books, big no-no, but... Not like I'll have too big of a choice. Okay, jeans in here, and then what's in the wardrobe? Leather jacket. Leather jacket's not bad. I have one already, but yeah. Sure, I'll take the magazine and I'll make sure that I've taken absolutely everything from this house and I can leave knowing full well that there's nothing in here for me. Finally, there we go. It's important. For survival, not really, just for my own sanity, that I now know I've cleared out this entire area. Right, okay, good. So, next time, I'm going to focus pretty much Really? Tusk. So, next time, I'm going to focus pretty much exclusively on base building and construction here and yeah, all sorts of nice stuff like that. Well, I don't think I'm going to be leaving this square here. And I reckon I'm due to do an entire episode of just construction work and cleaning up and stuff like that. I would actually love to grab all these twigs and just clean up the yard as well. So maybe I'll do that, and wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to bury some of these corpses immediately. They're immediately in the front. But I will see. Until then, I am going to actually... I'm going to do something very smart here. I'm going to get the garden fork, and I'm going to put it in container. There you go, in the crate. Because that I'm going to use to make the... what are they called? Furloughs, right? Yeah, well, that. Good, and I realise my voice is sort of giving up on me here. Yeah. I need to go grab a drink. Anywho, I'm going to drop this off in there as well. There we go. And then a couple of other things to leave, I guess. Let's do that. And then metalworking. I really ought to, yeah. Mark this book. Mark this book. Mark this one. Mark all these. Mark just means that, I mean, it should be pretty obvious, but mark just means that I've collected it in, and I don't need to, if I see, like, Metalworking Volume 5, I know that I have it in back home, and I don't need to pick it up and lug it here. So, yeah, that's obviously extremely useful. Foraging Volume 3, I probably want to read that, don't I? Farming 1 I read already. Cooking is not that important. Carpentry Volume 5 I might want to read too. Although, that said, yeah, probably a bit later, not that important right now, right? Okay, drop off the pasta in there. Small metal sheet goes in the thingamajig over here, along with the garbage cans, the duct tape. Put another propane tank down. If there's a fire and these propane tanks explode, I will be very, very, very pissed off. Just saying. I mean, mind you, if there's a fire and the fire reaches this part of the house, the propane explosion isn't going to make a big difference. I mean, let's just be honest with each other, right? The propane explosion, really the least of my problems at that point. It's not going to be good. All right. Let me grab these nails, which I actually just dropped off for some reason, but hey. Get the plank too, and then I'm going to need the screwdriver, the saw, and the hammer. And then I'm also going to need the axe. Right. Yes, because I still have plenty of time, I think. Yeah, I have tons of time in the day. I can get to work. Open these canned peaches. Put something to eat. Chipstone, I have no idea why I'm carrying it around. In fact, we can learn together. Because with it, I can create a spear. From a plank. Right. Yeah, I already have. Never mind. I can also create a spear like so. Or I can convert something into a spear. Right, I can convert that into a spear. Or I can make a stone spear. This is what I was more interested in. Okay, so I'm going to need a ripped sheet times 1 to make a stone spear. You know what? We can do that. Why not? We can do that, and I would love to see the stats on that thing. So, ripped clothing 1. Then, I would need, I need a stick, obviously. Thankfully, plenty of those around. I can now make a stone spear. There we go. I can make apparently 5 million different things with it, but one of them is a stone spear, and I've interrupted myself. Lovely. Yeah. Make stone spear. There we go. Right. Damage. Condition probably not that great either. I mean, it's okay. It's just not ideal. Not that I'm looking for ideal, but yeah, alright, I guess. It looks massive, on the other hand. It looks girthy, and the head of it looks really nice too. Alright. Fair enough, I guess. So, I think this is going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Next time, I'm just going to continue down this same road of action, I suppose, and what I'm doing. So if you want to skip the next episode, that's all on you. I think it's smart to do it like this, so I can, I'm long overdue for a lot of construction and tidying up around the house. And I want to show that too. And I want to show sort of the process of what I'm thinking of, how I'm doing it. But on the other hand, it's not exactly going to be an action-packed episode. So if you want to skip on that, the one after that is probably going to be me going to loot these two places, and then probably down here or up there or somewhere in this general direction. So there's going to be a lot more fighting, a lot more action. But the next one is going to be pretty tame, and we might not even see a zombie for the whole episode. So yeah, just bear that in mind. And if you're there for it, appreciate you. If not, like I said, more action-packed episode. The one after that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. My name has been Juggernaut. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed and want to stay tuned with the rest of the series and the rest of the content that I produce on this channel. I will see you all next time, or the time after that, depending on what your preferences are and what your affinities are in terms of this game. Have fun, take care, and bye-bye. Oh, and obviously, options for supporting the channel down in the description below, Patreon, membership, all that good stuff, you know. See ya.